Good evening. Next, we are going to see about the virtualization concept in grid and cloud computing. First of all, we have to understand what is a virtualization. So, virtualization is a virtual technology we can don't want the particular thing to be resource will be in a physical present. Virtually, we can do it. That is called virtualization. So, in cloud computing and various cloud service providers, they can provide these type of virtualization very often. So, virtualization of applications and desktops has allowed easier access to user and employees, making remote work increasing possible. So that we cannot able to rely on a particular physical device to be done. Physical device will be needed for a particular thing. Virtualization can be done for network, storage, and servers because it will improve efficiency and performance matrices for organization. So this is the diagram here. We can do the virtualization for these types of things. That is, we can do virtualization for desktop. We can do virtualization for data and network virtualization, storage virtualization, server virtualization, application, cloud, everything we can do the virtualization. So next we have to identify how virtualization is works. Virtualization is the process of creating a virtual instance of a device such as a server or a virtual operating system. So using this operating system or server, we can make the particular virtualization is possible. So most of the virtualization is performed through the virtualization software. So these programs have the capability to extend the hardware of the physical machine, a network or a storage system, and create a virtual version of this system. One example of the virtualization program is called a hypervisor, which can virtualize desktops, applications, network components, and storage, etc. Hypervisors can either be installed directly on the hardware or work as a layer installed on the operating system between the hardware and virtual machine. So hypervisor is a intermediate platform. It can be installed in between of the hardware devices and the virtual machine. So next is we have seen the numerous type of virtualization. Now we will see the one by one. First is a desktop virtualization. Desktop virtualization is commonly performed using hypervisors, particularly when the operating system installed on a user device is different than the one they want to use. For example, a user using a computer with Windows installed may then use a hypervisor to virtualize a Linux desktop, so they can test programs in a development in a Linux environment also. This is called as a desktop virtualization. Next is data. How we can perform a virtualization in data. Data virtualization is when data is managed to allow the user change or access data without needing to know exactly where it's stored or what format it is in. Data is aggregated without or moving or changing original data, so it can be quickly accessed from any devices. So next is network virtualization. So for networks also we can virtually we can perform the operations in a network virtualization is when physical networks are combined into virtual network based on software instead of hardware. All the physical parts of the network such as switches, routers are pooled, and the resources can be allocated as needed to any user or device on the network. So this is done through the Center Virtual Network Management System. A common type of virtual network is a virtual local area network, or a VLAN combines several network devices into one group. As like in a LAN, they can combine the virtual network devices, and if they want, and they can use it in a virtualization. Next is storage virtualization. Storage virtualization is a process of combining group of physical devices into one group, as if they want one device. A common type of virtual storage are SAN allows application and the server's information from storage system without needing to know which virtual or physical or virtual device we stored. Next is server. As usual, what she said, we can have one or more virtual server apart from our physical server. Then application virtualization. This is when an application is stored virtually on a server and then accessed by user device to the server instead of being installed directly on the devices. So this means user does not want to need to log on to the particular computer and access the application. Whatever application they want, they can directly access using a virtual thing, as access to the server through the internet. This is an example of virtualization. So why we use virtualization is there are several reasons that we can use virtualization. So the main reason is we can tell that in physical devices are limited by specific set of hardware nowadays. So they are installed on, so if we can use virtualization, we can do more process. Thank you.